Yo, what is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. I'm terribly sorry about Player Essence Cross Nintendo. I fell asleep, guys, and also my daughter was just being crazy, so at some point we'll get a Player Essence Cross Nintendo, or I'll have a makeup live stream or something like that to make up for it. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into today's news. So Nintendo Switch eShop charts for December 22nd, 2017. And this is pretty interesting in terms of the games here. We've got some newcomers into the top 10. We also have one of the old kings returning when it comes to Rocket League in terms of the impulse buy because of the sale. So starting out at number 10, we have Human Fall Flat, which I still need to understand what this game is about. I've heard some people say that it's a pretty cool game, so maybe I'll have to check it out. At number 9, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which dropped off its top spot that it was at just a little bit ago, but still in the top 10, which is definitely good. Number 8, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm pretty sure that Champions Ballad DLC had something to do with that. At number 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, once again coming into the top 10, which I'm not sure if it left it too much, but it's always going to be in the top 20 for sure, because Mario Kart 8, it's Mario Kart 8. At number 6, which is actually really cool to see, is Brawlout. Now, Brawlout started out, I think it was like 15th, then it went to 10th, and then now it's all the way to 6th. So people are seeing it as somewhat of a worthy stopgap to Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch, which is really good. Now, moving on, 5, Stardew Valley, which Stardew Valley is always going to be in the top 10. It seems to be like that's going to be like a perennial top 10 when it comes to things here, so that's good. Number 4, Overcooked Special Edition, which this game has been picking up steam ever since they released that patch for the game, I think a couple months ago or a month or two ago. Team 17, I bet, is pretty happy with what Overcooked Special Edition is doing, and the physical edition of the game is coming out early next year, so that's cool as well. Number 3, Super Mario Odyssey getting into the top 3 here, which is awesome to see. Obviously, Super Mario Odyssey is a fantastic game, and having that game anywhere you want without the cartridges, I guess, is really good for some, or people just want to have the convenience, because there is a lot of content in that game. You can easily spend 100 hours plus doing everything in that game, so it's cool to see Super Mario Odyssey continue to do well. At number 2, Enter the Gungeon, and this game, I didn't think it would debut this high. Now, I've talked about this game before. People have been asking me, hey, have you played this game yet? But apparently it's pretty popular on the PC, and it coming over to Nintendo Switch was a good thing because it's at number 2 already, which is awesome to see. That's actually really good to see, and maybe I'll have to check it out at some point, get a review code or something like that. And at number 1 is Rocket League, and I think that this was like impulse buy slash I can't miss this deal because it's $14 or something like that. I know it's on sale for cheaper than $20, and it's already a steal at $20. So when you discount it, yeah, you know it's going to be number 1. Rocket League's doing really well on the Nintendo Switch, so shout outs to them, and obviously it was a good idea to bring it over. So what do you guys think about the charts here? I know like Romancing Saga 2 was number 16, Splatoon still in the top 20, Resident Evil Revelations 2 still in the top 20, so let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below when it comes to the eShop charts here. Alright, and moving into the next article here, we've gotten another update on RiME's technical issues on the Nintendo Switch, and the team continuing to just say, okay, well, we've identified the problem, but just kind of making excuses and just, you know, it is what it is with this. So let's go ahead and get right into what the article has to say here. So the general reception to RiME has been positive, but the Nintendo Switch version has not been positive. It definitely needs some work, like we've all talked about from a technical perspective. The resolution, the frame rates at times, I mean, it's not very good. And I played the game on my channel, you guys can see that. Now, the developers actually have another update to talk about the game, so let's go ahead and get into this here. Quote, last month we shared that our teams were aware of the frames per second resolution and hitches players were facing on the Nintendo Switch version of RiME. We committed to investigating the issues further and to explore what our next steps might be. We wanted to let you know our teams have been continuing to research potential solutions for some of these issues. To be clear, some aspects of the game are beyond a patch level fix, but there are changes that can be made to improve some elements. That being said, we have not determined our path yet. Right now, we're facing a balancing act as improvements in some areas may have issues in other areas. As such, we're still investigating the best balance. We will be providing you with our direction in January, so please keep an eye on social media for that announcement. And this does not sound good at all. This does not sound good at all. It seems like they're having so many issues with this game on the Nintendo Switch. It might have just been better for the game just not to come at all, because people have complained about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as far as resolution and performance. Man, RiME is a lot worse, like a lot worse in so many ways, man. I mean, it's not cool. It's not cool, and obviously people were looking forward to this game on the Nintendo Switch, and it was a bit of a flop just because of all of the issues that they were having. I was expecting a little bit more. We saw games like Snake Pass, which is somewhat similar to RiME when it comes to things. Obviously, technically, they're probably different within Unreal Engine 4, but they're both still using Unreal Engine 4. They're both still like platformer or open area-ish. I mean, RiME looks a little bit bigger, but still somewhat similar art style at times. I mean, I honestly thought that RiME could turn out okay on the Nintendo Switch just because we looked at Snake Pass and how it was close to the PlayStation 4 version of the game, which was amazing to see. And that was so early in the Nintendo Switch's life. That was like, what, right there, April or something like that. I know it was very close after launch. So the fact that RiME is having so many issues using an engine that we all know runs great on the Nintendo Switch is a little disheartening, and at this point it seems to me like it's incompetence that's stopping these developers from fixing the issues that this game has. Because with certain games you can say, okay, well, this game is really huge, or this game is definitely more graphically intense, or whatever it is, but with this one I just don't see where there'd be this many issues, especially coming off of something like Snake Pass, which is Unreal Engine 4, and other Unreal Engine 4 games on the Switch as well. So what do you guys think about these technical issues that they're having and their response to that? It seems like January is going to be the time where we finally find out what the patch is going to be, or if the patch drops then. Did any of you guys pick up the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, Super Meat Boy for the Nintendo Switch launches on January 11th. Plus, we have some exclusive content in this version of the game. So the Switch version includes a new race mode. The Nintendo Switch version of Super Meat Boy will launch on January 11, 2018. Developer Team Meat has announced the Nintendo Switch version will include a brand new race mode, which Team Meat has said it wanted to do since the game first came out in 2010. Super Meat Boy first launched for the Xbox 360 in October of 2010, which seems like so long ago at this point, followed by the PC that November, Mac and Linux in 2011, PlayStation 4 and PS Vita in 2015, and the Wii U in 2016. Now here's an overview of the game if you don't know what Super Meat Boy is all about. So Super Meat Boy is a tough as nails platformer where you play as an animated cube of meat who's trying to save his girlfriend, who happens to be made of bandages, from an evil fetus in a jar wearing a tux. Our meaty hero will leap from walls, over seas of buzzsaws, through caves and pools of old needles, sacrificing his own well-being to save his damsel in distress. Super Meat Boy brings the old-school difficulty of classic NES titles like Mega Man 2, Ghosts and Goblins, and Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese one, or the Lost Levels as we call it here, and streamlines them down to the essential, no BS, straightforward twitch reflex platforming. Ramping up in difficulty from hard to soul-crushing, Super Meat Boy will drag Meat Boy through haunted hospitals, salt factories, and even hell itself. And if the 300 plus single player levels weren't enough, Super Meat Boy also throws in epic boss fights, a level editor, and tons of unlockable secrets, warp zones, and hidden characters. Here are the key features of the game. Story mode, featuring over 300 levels spanning 5+ chapters. Play as a head crab. That's a Steam exclusive apparently, so maybe that's coming to Nintendo Switch. 33 legitimate achievements, which once again, it might be adapted to the Nintendo Switch as well. Warp zones that will warp you into other games. Over 16 unlockable, able, and playable characters from popular indie titles such as Minecraft, Bit Trip, VVV, and I cannot say the name of that game. And epic boss fights, full level editor and level portal, a story so moving you'll cry yourself to sleep for the rest of your life. So this about page was definitely taken just from the Steam page, so we'll see what other key features are into the Nintendo Switch version outside of just the race mode that's exclusive. So we'll see if it actually gets the head crab or anything like that, some of the other things that they talked about here. But either way, Super Meat Boy has been around for a while. Obviously it's going on 8 years since its original launch, and this is one of the games that I remember playing like a demo or something like that back on the Xbox 360 and be like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool and it's really hard, and I had fun, but I never followed up and bought the game. Maybe I'll pick this one up, or I'll get a review code for it at some point, just because it's cool. Like Super Meat Boy, like you play it and it's like you start right over. As soon as you die, there's no like long waiting or anything like that. It's like you die, then you get right back into it. So it encourages you just to keep playing it, because like let's say if you die and like there's like a death animation screen, and then like over and over, like it took like time, like anything more than like 5 to 6 seconds, people would just probably quit on some of the harder levels. But it's like right back into it, so it's pretty cool. A lot of people have already played Meat Boy, but I'm glad that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch. just because it did come to the Wii U really late 2016. I didn't buy it for the Wii U, but I think, like I said, I think I might be playing it either review code or picking it up on the Nintendo Switch. And it has an exclusive race mode, which I'm thinking is local co-op, so that's awesome as well. So if you want to race with your friends right there, local co-op, that's cool. So what do you guys think about Super Meat Boy coming to Nintendo Switch? Are you guys planning on picking this one up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on social media. Really helps to spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube Live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace!